He was actually one of our stand-up one-on-one players last year, and he's returning to be part of the whole Lap Index Player Theater. So guys, give it up for Ivi!
Yeah, Ivi.
Thank you. Appreciate the warm welcome. Thank you to the strategically placed family and friends too. That's really useful. Also, apologies to anyone who hears the name Ivi and expects like an 8-year-old British girl. That's generally the demographic of my name, so it's kind of weird to see a schlubby dude walk up here. My parents weren't mean though. They had a reason for the name. They actually named me after a famous French actor from the 60s and 70s named Yves Montand. Ivi, they spelled it a little differently, but I think because of that, they always sort of hoped that I would catch the acting bug. I don't think chlamydia counts, but hope you're proud. I am from a weird place. I was actually born in a country called Albania. There's no good reason you guys should know where that is. As Americans, I'm confident you don't. It's in the Balkans, though. When I try to describe what the Balkans and Albania are like to folks that have never been there, I have a hard time describing life there, but I think I've got a good way to describe it. Mother Teresa is probably the most famous Albanian you guys have probably heard of. Mother Teresa was born and raised in the Balkans. She loved the area so much that as soon as she could, she moved to a rural, impoverished, disease-ridden village in India. And she's like, yeah, I think I'm good here. Seriously, they need me. They need me. She chose 80 years of loose bowel movements over us. It shows where we stand. I think more commonly, Americans were introduced to Albanians in the Liam Neeson film Taken, where his daughter is kidnapped and he has to find her. In that movie, my people are the ones doing the taking. And then he goes through 90 minutes of basically killing a third of my country's population, which, who's the real victim, really? So, it's kind of a sad trope, but we Albanians are involved in crime. It's sort of a bad stereotype for us. I think the thing that sucks even more is that we're never the ones in charge. We're always like the henchmen, always kidnapping the bridesmaid, but never the bride. And it's true though. There's like a room full of Italians and Russians, and they're making the plans. And we're outside that door with a clipboard and an earpiece. We're the bouncers of the criminal underworld. Sorry, you're not on the list. You can't do evil today. Not in those shoes. Come back with some evil chicks. We'll talk. Growing up was a little bit tough, I'll say. So those of you who don't know, Albania had a dictator for 50 years. So my parents saw some things that I probably will never understand. And I can empathize with their situation, but it made growing up tough because I can't really argue. You know, what could I experience in middle school that could compare with anything they dealt with? Mom, I really wish you wouldn't take my PlayStation away. I wish they didn't take your grandfather away. Dad, these chores are torture, man. You know what's torture? Real torture is torture. Actual torture. You've been waterboarded? Go to your room. We had a pop quiz. We had a pop execution once. That's my time.